There could be vast consequences to the fast-widening conflict in the Middle East. CNN's Karin Caifa joins us from Washington. And Karin, what steps do you expect the White House and the president to take?
Yeah, today the Biden administration relatively tight-lipped about what transpired overnight, and the White House press secretary Karin Jean-Pierre told reporters this afternoon that she would not be commenting on what transpired. She would not say explicitly whether the president had been briefed on Israel's counterstrike against Iran, only saying that the president is regularly kept up to date on these matters by members of his national security team. She also referred reporters here to Secretary of State Antony Blinken's comments earlier today, in which he said that the focus of the U.S. and the other G7 countries, he's at that summit with his G7 counterparts, is de-escalation.
Okay, and the Republican-led House has been working to move a series of foreign aid bills, including aid to Israel. What's the current status on that?
This may be a situation where it is one victory for the current House Speaker Mike Johnson, Melissa, but could ultimately lead to a defeat. The House made a procedural motion, cleared a key procedural hurdle for this package of aid that tags aid for Israel, also Ukraine, the bulk of that aid, also regions in the Indo-Pacific to defend against Chinese aggressions, and also a separate bill that is targeting certain House priorities, including what could potentially lead to an eventual U.S. ban of TikTok. That House bill, that House package, that series of bills cleared the way today with the help of Democratic votes. Of course, the U.S. House led by Republicans, the Republican Speaker Mike Johnson really facing a lot of pushback from the more conservative members of his party right now. The House is expected to perhaps clear this package of legislation for the Senate tomorrow and then move on. But what Johnson's fate in the House is, well, that remains unclear, Melissa.
Okay, and there were some dramatic developments today outside the New York courthouse where former President Donald Trump's hush money trial is taking place today.
Yeah, Melissa, this was going to be a dramatic enough day. They finally seated the full panel of jurors, the jury and the alternates, in the unprecedented criminal case against a former president of the United States. So 6 jurors taking their seats today, but outside of the courthouse in something that officials believe is unrelated to what was going on inside the courthouse, a man setting himself on fire. This man entered a park. He had a number of pamphlets, a lot of them related to conspiracy theories, also bank fraud, cryptocurrency, doused himself in some sort of accelerant that they believe cleaning product that contained alcohol, and set himself on fire. With a former president of the United States sitting in that courthouse, you can imagine the kind of security concerns that would prompt, let alone the tensions outside of that court, given the high stakes of that trial. The person who set himself on fire, a man from Florida, he had been known to the NYPD, and he is in critical condition at a New York hospital right now, Melissa.
Okay, well, thank you, Karin. That's CNN's Karin Caifa joining us from Washington.